Hello, May class, and welcome to your next maths lesson. In the previous lesson, we have been looking at working out fractions of amounts. And in today's lesson, we are looking at the following. We're going to be using fractions to calculate quantities. So you're going to use your knowledge of division to find fractions of amounts. So instead of just amounts of numbers, we're going to be looking at quantities. So before we even do that, we're going to be doing our, our arithmetic questions. And as we always do, you are going to pause the video and answer questions 1 to 10. And once you are finished, I will go through the answer. When you unpause, the answers will be there, and then we can go through them. So pause the video now and answer the questions that are on the screen in front of you. Okay, as you can see, I have written the answers on the side here. It's a little untidy, but you can see. So 3 times 7 is 21. 4,563 plus 5,436 is 9,999. A nice simple way of working that out mentally would have just been to add each of the numbers. So if we start with our ones, 3 plus 6 is 9. Our tens, 60 plus 30 is 90. Our hundreds, 500 plus 400 is 900. And then our thousands, 4,000 plus 5,000 is 9,000. Today's date as a Roman numeral, it's the 26th of the 7th, 2021. So 26 is XXVI, 2 is obviously II, and then 2021 is MMXXI. Right, then our question there is 7 over 12 plus 21 over 7. And I've obviously got an answer there, and I'm going to show you how I did it, because you can see I've actually written more than one answer there. So I've got 7 over 12 plus 21 over 12 is an answer of 28 over 12, would have been my improper fraction. If I were to change that or simplify it into a mixed number, 2 12s go into 28, so it would have been 2 wholes, and we would have been left with 4 over 12. And if you remember your equivalent fractions and how we found the equivalent fractions, what you do to the top, you do to the bottom, you could have simplified this to a unit fraction, and we could have said 2 and 1 over 3, because we have divided that 4 and that 4 both by 4. And our final answer would be 2 and 1 over 3. But that's our simplifying of our fraction. And we will probably go into that at a different time. But if you wanted to, you could have done that. But if you have 2 and 4 over 12, that is okay. 5 times 7 is 35. 32 divided by 4 is 8. What is 15 millimeters in centimeters? It is 1.5 centimeters, or it is 1.5 centimeters, because obviously there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. 15 means there's 1 whole centimeter and half a centimeter. What is 1,200 meters in kilometers? It is 1 kilometer, 200 meters, or 1.2 kilometers. What is 2:15 p.m. on a 24-hour clock? It is 14:15. And then 36 divided by 12 is 3. So we're going to be using our fractions to calculate quantities today. I want you to have a look at this one. Which one is different? Remember what I said when we're working these out, that you divide by the bottom, you divide the number by the bottom, and then you multiply it by the top number. Okay, so we would say 48 divided by 2, and then we would say 48 divided by 2 is equal to 24. Okay, and then we would times that by the top, which is 1, which equals 24. So I've shown you how to do one, so pause the video now and complete the questions that have been given you to find the one that is different. Okay. Okay, I have written a few answers over these, but I will talk through them with you using what I said to you about dividing by the bottom and multiplying by the top. 48 divided by 2 is 24, times by 1 is 24. 192 divided by 8 is 24, times by the 1 is 24. 36 divided by 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 240 divided by 10 is 24. 32 divided by 4 is, we can do, if you're not sure, you can count. So you can 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And that will tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. 8 times by 3, 8, 16, 24. And you can start seeing a pattern now. And if we have a look at this one, 115 divided by 5 is going to give me 23. If I say 23 times by 1, it won't give me 24. It's going to stay as 23. So your odd one out is 23. Right, if a fifth is worth 4, what is the whole worth? So now we're looking at calculating quantity. We've already been given information that tells us that 1/5 equals 4. So you know that 2/5 would be another 4, 3/5 would be another 4, 4/5 would be another 4, and 5/5 would be the final set of 4. So the question says, what is one whole? So one whole would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. One whole would be 20. So 5 over 5, which we know is a whole, is equal to 20. So there are 4 counters in one part. We can see the one part is there. So 1/5 equals 4 counters, which means 2/5 would equal 8 counters. 3/5 would be 4, 8, 12 counters. 4/5 would be 4, 8, 12, 16 counters, which means 5/5 or one whole would equal 20 counters. Now, if we look at this one, we can see that 7 counters make up one part. So one part of a whole is 7 counters, and it's in quarters. So 1/4 equals 7 counters. So we can put it there, 7. So then 2/4 will be 14, 3/4 will be 21, and then 4/4 or one whole will be 28 counters, because I know what one part of that counter is. Right, using your bar model and using the examples that we've just been through, complete the following, just as you have here. So you can see from the amount of equal parts there are, we're counting in fifths. So 1/5 will equal 3 counters. So can you complete it? What will 2/5 be? What will 3/5 be? What will 4/5 be? And what will 5/5 / one whole be? So pause the video and complete this question, just like you have done the previous questions, neatly laid out. Okay, moving on to the next page. You need to complete this table. So it gives you a whole number here. So you've got your whole, then you need to put a unit fraction, then you need to complete this bit here, And just in case you cannot see, because I see my cursor has gone over it, this question here says 2/3. Okay, so I'm going to do the first one with you to explain to you how to do this, and then you will complete this table yourself. It says the whole is 24. So your whole is 24 pieces. I'm not going to draw 24, but you get the idea. Okay. 1/6 of 24 is what? And then 5/6 of 24 is what? There are two ways of doing this. Using the unit fractions, we can do this. We can go 1/6 of 24. We divide by 6. We times by 1. And we get an answer. So 6, 12, 8, and 24. If we divide 24 by 6, we get an answer of 4. 4 times 1 is 4. So 1/6 of 24 is 4. Now 5/6 of 24, we could go 24 divided by 6, which we know is 4, and then we can times that by 5, which would be 4 times 5 is equal to 20. Okay, so you could do that way, or you could just take the number that you've already worked out here and times it by 5. Either way, your answer is 20. So this one says that 1/3 of a number is 30. So think about if you've got a number like this and it's in thirds, 1/3 is going to be 30. So what is the whole number going to be? Okay, and then once you've worked out what the whole number is, that will help you work out what 2/3 of that number is. So 2/3 of this number will give you an answer. Okay, and the same can be said for this one. It's 1/5. So you have got 5 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of those will be 30. So 1/5 of what is the whole amount? If 1/5 of it is 30, what is the whole number? So pause the video now, draw this table in your books, and complete the questions. Moving on to our tasks. Can I use fractions to calculate quantities? So you're going to complete the number sentences that are on the board right now. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. It says 1/4 of 20, and then you can use the bar model to help you with that. But remember what I said also, you divide by the bottom, you times by the top, and finish these ones. Question 2, Philip has a chocolate bar with 5 equal pieces. The chocolate bar weighs 60 grams. What is the mass of one piece? So if the whole bar is 60 grams and it's broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what does one piece weigh? And then it says Philip eats 3/5 of the bar of chocolate. How many grams does Philip eat? Complete the sentences. So again, we've got fractions of an amount. Remember what I said, divide by the bottom times by the top. And then task 3, match the calculations with the answers. So I would suggest you work out the answers on the left first and then find a matching one on the right. And then write each calculation in the correct circle. So one of these calculations is going to equal this or this. One of them will equal 6, one of them will equal 8. So you will work out each one of these and then write the correct calculation in the circle it belongs into. Don't forget to share this with us on Tapestry, and please make sure to have it uploaded onto Tapestry by 4 p.m. this afternoon.